Imagine this. You're alone in the most dangerous desert on Earth. The sun is merciless. The silence is absolute. Suddenly, a car sits abandoned. Doors open, keys in the ignition, its owner vanished without a trace. What happened here? And could it happen to you? Imagine driving a lonely stretch of desert highway, miles from civilization. Just you, the endless asphalt, and the oppressive heat. You spot a car, abandoned, baking in the sun. A silent testament to a journey interrupted. Doors unlocked, keys still in the ignition, as if the driver simply vanished into thin air. A water bottle still cold, a chilling detail in this sweltering landscape. This is what a park ranger found, a scene that would become all too familiar. A rental car, empty, devoid of any sign of its occupant. David, a tourist from Ohio, had vanished without a trace. He came to experience the stark beauty of the desert, but the desert claimed him instead. His phone and wallet were untouched, left behind as if of no importance. No sign of struggle, no indication of foul play, just an unsettling stillness. No footprints leading away from the car, no clues in the sand, just gone. Vanished into the vast emptiness. Rangers searched for days, combing the landscape, desperate for any sign. Helicopters scanned from above. Search dogs sniffed the ground but found nothing. The desert offered no answers. It was as if the desert swallowed him whole, absorbing him into its mysteries. Why would anyone leave everything behind in 120-degree heat? What drove him to abandon his belongings and venture out into this deadly environment? To walk out here is a death sentence. Survival is nearly impossible. Was he running from something? Some unseen threat that propelled him into the heat? Or was something calling him, a siren song of the desert, luring him away? Something ancient, something dark, something that whispers on the wind. This isn't just one story, a single isolated incident. It's a pattern, a chilling repetition of disappearances that defies explanation. People disappear in Death Valley, again and again, leaving behind only questions and unanswered prayers. Some come for adventure, seeking the thrill of the extreme, but for others, it's a one-way trip, a journey from which they never return. They become another ghost story, whispered among the dunes, another unsolved file, gathering dust in the archives. We're here to open that file, to shed light on these forgotten cases, to give a voice to the lost, to remember those swallowed by the desert's embrace. We'll lock ourselves down, immerse ourselves in this desolate landscape, in these haunted lands, where the veil between worlds seems thin, seeking the truth, no matter how terrifying, no matter what secrets the desert holds. This is not just an investigation, a simple search for facts. It's a mission, a quest to understand the unexplainable, the fear, the confusion, the mystery. They cling to this place like the desert dust. What really happens in Death Valley? What forces are at play in this desolate expanse? We want answers, and we won't rest until we find them. The desert keeps its secrets well, guarding them jealously beneath its scorching sun. But we're not leaving until we find them, until we uncover the truth hidden beneath the sands. This is where our journey begins, into the heart of darkness, into the unknown. The vanishing act is real, and it's happening here, in Death Valley, and we're about to step into the unknown, where the line between reality and illusion blurs, and where the desert holds its breath, waiting. Death Valley, the name says it all. It evokes images of desolation, of a place where life struggles to cling on, a place where the sun beats down mercilessly and the very air shimmers with heat. The hottest, driest, lowest place in North America. A land of extremes where records are broken and limits are tested. The heat hits you like a wall, an invisible force, pressing down, stealing your breath. Your skin burns under the relentless sun, your throat dries instantly, and dehydration comes fast, a constant threat. Every step is a battle against the elements. The landscape is alien, jagged mountains reaching towards the sky like skeletal fingers, blinding salt flats stretching out to the horizon, an endless expanse of white. Singing sand dunes, whispering secrets carried on the wind, and canyons that never see sunlight, hidden depths where shadows dance and secrets linger. It's beautiful but deadly. A siren song that lures you in with its stark beauty, only to reveal its unforgiving nature. Every rock tells a story of survival or death, a testament to the power of nature and the fragility of life. The environment itself is a suspect in these disappearances, a silent accomplice waiting for its chance. People get lost, underestimate the desert, wander off trails, and the desert waits, patient and unforgiving, an ageless entity. A wrong turn can be fatal, leading you further into its grasp. Your car breaks down, no cell service, panic sets in, and you walk deeper into the trap, lured by the false promise of rescue. But is it just the environment? We think there's more at play here. The raw energy here is overwhelming, a palpable force that vibrates through the very ground beneath your feet. Extreme conditions can weaken the barrier between worlds, opening doorways to the unknown. This is a hot spot for the paranormal, a place where the veil between realities thins. We've captured EVPs, apparitions, unexplained phenomena in places like this, evidence that something else is present. The natural dangers are real, but they might not be the only ones lurking in the shadows. Something else could be hunting in the devil's playground, a place where legends are born and nightmares come to life. We're here to find out what secrets this place holds. The desert is a predator, always watching, always waiting, and we're stepping into its lair, willingly entering a realm of danger and mystery. In 1996, a seemingly ordinary German family of 4 embarked on a vacation vanished without a trace in the unforgiving expanse of Death Valley. Their disappearance remains one of the park's most baffling mysteries. They were prepared, or so it seemed. They had maps, plenty of water, and a meticulously planned itinerary. They were last seen buying supplies at a remote gas station before driving their vehicle deep into a secluded canyon, a decision that would ultimately lead to their disappearance. Months turned into years. No sign of them, no clues, just silence. Extensive search parties scoured the area, but found nothing but the desert's harsh landscape. Years later, a group of hikers stumbled upon their abandoned van, partially buried in a sandy wash, as if the desert itself was trying to conceal it. Their personal belongings were still inside the vehicle, but the family was nowhere to be found. The search resumed with renewed vigor. Investigators discovered faint tracks leading away from the van, and a single beer bottle was found miles from the van, a seemingly insignificant yet potentially crucial clue. Eventually, after more searching, scattered skeletal remains were discovered in the surrounding area. The official story concluded that they got lost, abandoned their vehicle, and ultimately succumbed to the extreme heat. But the question remains, why would they willingly drive into such a dangerous and desolate area? Their journals hinted at the possibility of taking a shortcut, but could something else have lured them deeper into the desert's embrace? The energy that permeates these canyons is palpable, almost overwhelming. During our investigations, we've recorded disembodied voices that seem to call out, potentially leading people astray and deeper into the unknown. Were they truly alone in the vast emptiness of the desert night? Or did some unseen force, some malevolent entity guide them towards their tragic fate? The mystery surrounding their disappearance endures to this day. The desert is a silent guardian, keeping its secrets buried beneath layers of sand and time. But we're not willing to let the desert have the final word. We're here to ask the hard questions, to challenge the accepted narrative. What really happened to the lost German tourists in the desolate landscape of Death Valley? And perhaps more importantly, could a similar tragedy happen again to unsuspecting travelers who venture into this unforgiving wilderness? Long before it was Death Valley, this was home to the Timbisha Shoshone. Their legends are warnings. Spirits inhabit the mountains and canyons, and the land is sacred. The water babies, spirits of infants, are said to lure travelers with their cries, leading them to their deaths. Many who vanished were last seen near water. Did they hear something calling? The Shoshone also speak of a giant guardian in the mountains, punishing those who disrespect the land. Some believe disappearances are the work of these ancient spirits. For the Shoshone, these aren't just stories, they're reality. As investigators, we listen to these legends. They point to places of high spiritual energy. We're not just hunting ghosts, we're seeking the truth behind the legends. The land itself may have a will, a consciousness, protecting itself from harm. These stories are clues. They guide our investigation. The ancient power here is real and dangerous. We must respect it, or risk becoming part of the legend ourselves. Visitors report a sense of being watched, a creeping dread and fleeting shadows in the desert. These are classic signs of shadow people, dark, human-shaped masses linked to fear and oppression. Skeptics blame heat and exhaustion, but the reports are too consistent, too similar. People from around the world describe the same thing, a tall, dark figure watching from a ridge, a shape darting behind rocks. We believe shadow people are real paranormal entities, maybe interdimensional, maybe the spirits of the lost. They feed on fear, and Death Valley has plenty to offer. The extreme environment could make it easier for them to appear. We use full-spectrum cameras and EMF meters to capture evidence. We've caught shadow people on camera before. We'll set up in the very spots where people vanished, seeking answers. What are these entities? And what do they want? The cases pile up. The German tourists aren't alone. Hikers vanish, leaving gear and water behind. Sometimes tracks just stop, like they were lifted away. Search teams find nothing. No struggle, no robbery, no evidence of foul play. The desert erases all traces. Could it be crime? Maybe. But most cases defy logic. The disappearances are sudden, absolute, and baffling. When normal explanations fail, we look to the paranormal. Is there a dark energy here? A force that confuses, lures, or even takes people? Some suggest a portal, a gateway to another dimension. It sounds like science fiction, but in a place like this, nothing can be ruled out. We must investigate every possibility. The truth is hidden in the silence of the desert, and we're determined to find it. We came to Death Valley for answers, armed with cameras and spirit boxes. We've walked haunted canyons, felt the oppressive energy, and heard unexplained whispers. This is more than a national park. It's a place where the veil between worlds is thin. The mysteries are real, the spirits restless, and the danger ever present. The desert doesn't give up its secrets easily. For every answer, a new question emerges. If you visit, be prepared. Bring water, tell someone your plans, stay on marked trails. But above all, respect the land, the history, and the unknown. Don't wander alone. Don't provoke the spirits. Don't take anything from this sacred place. Listen to your instincts. If a place feels wrong, leave. The desert is watching, and it remembers. Don't become another ghost story. The mysteries of Death Valley are still waiting in the shadows.